guess it's the time where you make the most noise possible, right?
We have everyone here, right? Is Wonderbread here? 7, 8 minutes will go by pretty quick. He's not.
In 5 minutes, I'll post on the BuildCon chat.
Okay.
Let people know.
Hey there, Fire Blair. How you doing? I'm Fred the HD. Welcome to the stream. Thomas, how y'all doing today? Welcome.
Everyone take a seat.
You giving it a try, Coco? Fantastic. Definitely worth it, I must say. How can you join this server, Fred? Just go ahead and follow the links in the description below. You're going to see the website, and you can go ahead and download the mod, and then once you have downloaded the mod, the server will be automatically in your multiplayer list. But you're going to have to submit a whitelist form first. The only reason for that is so that you read the rules and accept the rules. Hey there, Gender, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, we'll be starting the presentation in about 8 minutes. Hey Meldux, how you doing? Holy Triangle, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Elixir, how you doing? Welcome. Hey there, Cream Soda. Welcome to the stream. And what do I have to do in the whitelist? All you gotta do is make a forums account and put in your player name. Actually, DC, do you have to make a forums account, or do you just put in your player name kind of deal? I guess DC isn't here. I'm pretty sure it's just your player name. Hey, Broadzax, welcome to the stream. And Storm Lindbergh, how you doing? Sectors, how you doing? Good to see you. I think I need my calculator for this. But yeah, all you have to do is the whitelist form there, Fred, and it's really simple. There's no specific thing. It's just so that you read the rules, or you're supposed to read the rules, but you accept the rules when you join the server. Aconite, how you doing? Welcome. And hey there, Dorpheus, welcome to the stream. And Predator, how's it going? Oh, there's a lot better out there, Sectors, but I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. We are doing the BuildCon, yeah, DCs, you better read them. We're doing the BuildCon presentation today, Coco. So we got the core members of the ConquestReforged modding group, development group, and server owners here. And we're going to present the mod to the BuildCon people that are interested in seeing that. Hey Bobo, welcome to the stream. And Modin, how you doing? And Vidarios. We'll be doing Crying later after the presentation, Vidarios, so stay tuned. But yeah, today we're just going to be talking about the mod and all the amazing things that we have here. Because the idea is that hopefully we'll be able to reach out to a broader Minecraft community than what we're used to, not just the Conquest community. Yes, sir. That's all I pretty much do is Middle Ages, because it just seems to be my that's my enjoyment in building, sort of like a fantasy medieval era kind of deal. Something of a Witcher or Skyrim theme. That's where I'm at. That's what I like to do. But you'll find me do steampunk every so often. I would love to do futuristic one of these days, like a ship. I specifically like to do spaceships if I could ever get to doing that again. Warminer, how you doing? Welcome. Yeah, that'd be fantastic, Dookie Massacre. When do you see me back in Deconia? I'm hoping not, maybe this coming weekend, Thomas. Depending on if I'm able to invest the time into that. Alright, let me close some links real quick. That's good, good, and good. A Roman palace. Well, maybe you might just see me do that at some point. Where's the download link? On the website there, Fred the HD. If you go over to the ConquestReforged website, you're going to find a installation tab. In fact, let me go there really quick so that I can see for myself exactly what it is. You're going to see a download tab, and then you have several options. You have the launcher installation, the launcher download, manual, CurseForge mod pack, the converter, all kinds of crazy stuff. You can choose any of those options, whichever is most friendly to your client. Download that, follow the instructions, and then you'll be good to go. And it's perfectly accessible on single player as well if you wanted to go that route. Hey there, Max Gone. How you doing? I'm going to be building Crine later in the stream there, Hackon, but for the first hour or so of the stream, we're going to be presenting the Conquest Reforged mod. You're still a skinny little bush. Well, some of us can't help ourselves there, Skillywags. Well, I guess some of you just can't help yourselves. To rewatch Dexter or to join the stream, that is the question. That's a tough one there, Ithria. Honestly, I've never watched Dexter. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I don't even think I've watched a commercial for it. But like I said, I've heard a lot of things about it. Friends and family talking about it, saying you should watch that show. Cuban King, how you doing? Join the stream. Yes, I agree with that. Monsterfish, you here?
Yes, I am.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and get started in about 2 to 5 minutes or so, depending on when we think is best.
What would be best when there's almost people here?
Yeah. All right, so we are posted on the BuildCon Discord. I'm going to confirm if we're posted on their Twitter as well. The first season is good, the last is crap. Yeah, I guess that is how it is, isn't it? But hopefully Game of Thrones won't end up that way. I mean, I've been enjoying Game of Thrones mostly all the way through. Creative Realms, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Great to see you, man.
I think the main issue with Game of Thrones is that the TV series is much faster produced than the books, so they will have to do some fillers.
Yeah. They skip a lot of stuff, don't they?
Yeah.
I believe they know the ending because the authors told them the ending already, so it's not going to be too different, but they have to skip a lot of stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Hey there, Nexel. Welcome. And Guan. Great to see you. DVSR. I'm guessing that's Rainbow. Welcome to the stream. Devious Rainbow. Ah, tricky. Excited for the stream today. And hello, Monsterfish. Hope you're doing Gucci.
Oh, I am doing Gucci. Gucci.
80 people already is not bad.
Hopefully we can get up to about 100 or so before we start. Hey there, Lord Mine Jonas. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. The last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones isn't from the books, right? I think, yeah, the last 2... Wait, oh yeah, the last 2 seasons, the most recent seasons. I don't know, honestly. I think they followed it very vaguely, but I'm not sure if it's like a strict following of the books. Jellybell, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. And Woodcutter George, welcome. I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be hosting the Conquest team today. We're going to be doing a presentation for the BuildCon event that's going on at current. So we will be presenting the mod in the best way we can. You have to go in 5 minutes. Well, you can watch this later, alright? If you want to. Conquest Reforged is a pack mod. The Conquest Reforged mod is a pack. Or it's like a, wait.
Oh, it's
what's the answer for that? It's a mod, but...
It is a mod, yeah.
Okay, it's specifically a mod.
Yeah.
I don't know what got me confused
But
on
it's
that.
based upon a resource pack, I guess you could say.
Alright, we're almost to 100. Would you guys say that starting at 100 would be a good time?
Sounds okay to me.
I agree, yeah.
I say wait till 200.
Oh.
Aim high. Aim high.
Aim high.
Aim high, that's
fall
right.
deep. This stream is just gonna be us sitting here waiting for more people to join. Nothing actually gonna be talked about.
Has Discord
So, yeah,
actually, have BuildCon actually updated our... No, they haven't. Hopefully they'll be able to post us in more areas, but whatever. This is it. Our time has come to prove our worth. That's right. It has a normal setup option and an advanced setup with some extra mods for beautification. That's for sure. Not necessarily they're skillywags, but we just want to show them that there's definitely some potential here and definitely some great things going on with the Conquest Reforged. Where's the whitelist? If you go onto the forums there, Fred the Red, you will be able to find a whitelist tab at the top, and you can go ahead and click that. It'll send you over to the whitelist form. Go ahead and fill in your name and everything, and then you can join the server and have a great time.
It went from 96 to 90, so I say we start now and actually get some content.
Alright, we ready to go?
I am ready.
I'm ready.
Alrighty. Let me get that started. Alrighty.
Is it seriously Windows? No, it's not the time to update.
Alright, just give me 1 second. Alrighty, here we go. Alright guys, well today we are going to be doing an official presentation for the Conquest Reforged mod. We're going to showcase the opportunities and all of the great things that this mod can bring to you as a builder, you as a viewer, you as a whatever you want to be in relation to this mod. There's a lot of crazy things that the Conquest Reforged mod can bring. So we are going to start off by doing a quote-unquote interview with Monsterfish here and talking about the history of Conquest, where it came from, how it was established, and pretty much all of the basic things, all the things that you guys are most likely curious about, like how has Conquest begun? So, Monsterfish.
How do we get here?
Exactly. So, Monsterfish, our first question for you is, who are you, and what is your role in the Conquest community?
All right. Well, I guess I should start off by telling you my actual name, because of course my parents didn't call me Monsterfish when I was born. My actual name is Stefan Krein. I come from Germany and I work as a communication designer. And yeah, I'm the maker of Conquest, for everyone who didn't know. Basically, Conquest, the resource pack, I'm the origin, you would say, of the whole thing that we are looking at as of right now.
Yes, well, fantastic. Yeah, it's been a long process to the point that we are today, but yeah. Monsterfish is the originator of Conquest, the author, the creator, so a lot of respect.
I guess you could say I'm the J. Tolkien of Conquest.
That's right. So that leads on to our next question is, how long ago was Conquest founded?
Overall, I think it's about 4 years at this point. Might be longer. I mean, of course, it's been a while. Let's put it this way. But I think 4 years is, according to Planet Minecraft, where of course I get my information from, is pretty much how long I've been working on this, and how long it's been out there.
Yeah, so Conquest is not one of those packs that's just been around for, a little while and it's just trying to get its run for fame. Conquest is one of those things that's been around for a very long time, and it's going to be around for a very long time to come. It is for the long haul, and you guys can expect quality content to come, because we aren't new to this game. Conquest is experienced and ready to go. So, Lynn, our next question is what inspired you to name your pack specifically Conquest?
Yeah, that's a good one. The main reason, I guess, with the whole, it's kind of like, it makes sense, right? Conquest, like conquering, it's kind of like part of our history. But of course, I mean, what can a resource pack do called Conquest? It's gonna, of course, conquer the texturing scene, get some, shine a bit of a new light on the world of Minecraft, bring some new technology to the conquered, I guess you could say.
Conquer the competition.
You guys, hopefully, today.
Exactly. Conquering the competition, but not only in just a silly way, but also in a literal way, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not really like about the bloody or, brutal kind of conquest where we forcefully drag you over on our side. It's about, we're going to show you what is possible. And I mean, if you decide that it's not something for you, you can leave. But I mean, what are the odds? Right?
Yes, exactly. I mean, what you see before you guys right now is the power of Conquest. You can create amazing, immersive environments that wouldn't otherwise be possible. And the majority, if not all of the packs, except for the Conquest pack that are out there, this level of immersion and detail, at least from my experience, is only accessible through this mod that you see here today, this pack, Conquest. And it's definitely something that if you are not participating in, I would definitely suggest you guys go check it out for yourselves. For those of you that are wondering, the links for all this is in the description below, so feel free to check that out and have some fun with it. So leading on to our next question is, how has Conquest evolved over time? I'm sorry, let's go one back. What was the reason you started the pack? I'm sorry, I skipped that question.
The main reason why I started the pack, around the time when I started doing Conquest, there was John Smith, right? Everyone here probably knows John Smith still. Was pretty popular back then. And I used it myself. I was doing like mix packs, like mixing packs myself for a long time, taking the old terrain PNGs and throwing new textures on there to make my experience more interesting. But of course, I was somewhat depending on how the texture pack artists, how fast they update, because Minecraft updated rather regularly back then. And as it so happens, if you are an impatient person when it comes to that kind of stuff, you want to try the new stuff, but you don't want to look at the default textures. You start doing the stuff yourself, or you start painting the stuff yourself, and that's kind of what I did. And of course, that's kind of the main reason, right? It's just, wanting to stay up to date, but the other people have not been fast enough for your own liking, so you have to start doing it yourself.
So you saw
That's what I
a
did.
opportunity, you took the initiative, and here we are today. And it's just
Kind of,
fantastic
yeah.
to see how
Yeah.
far this has come. All
I
right.
mean, it always starts small, right? And then it grows. It's like, the whole put a seed in the ground and then let it grow. And that's what happened. Took a long time. I think we were like a turtle. We're gonna be growing up slowly, but you're gonna be staying here for a while.
Exactly. So over time, how has Conquest evolved, and how do you feel about that?
Right. I mean, as I said before, like the origin of Conquest is kind of like the John Smith pack. So at first, it was more like a mixed pack where I was like experimenting, putting stuff together, and feeling out what works in kind of the Minecraft environment. After that, of course, it became a personal project where I started even replacing stuff that I liked first, but making my own version of it. So it becomes its own. After that, I was encouraged, you could say, to release the pack, finish the pack, and then there was the you guys probably know about that, the whole metadata thing that ended in 1.8. But that basically made it possible for us, or for me in particular, to add new blocks to the game without actually, modding the game, what we kind of are doing as of right now. And that kind of like gave Conquest a big push, because it was like one of the first and one of the ones that I guess did the more quality-oriented way, instead of just adding masses of stuff with the metadata system. And and that basically resulted in, after 1.8 removed metadatas, which was a big hit, sadly, resulted in people coming together, since they didn't want to stay out of date. I mean, 1.7 has been like out of date like for over a year by now at this point. And they made the mod, and that's what we have right now. So that's kind of the evolution of Conquest. The question is, of course, what will happen in the future, but that's certainly exciting. And in terms of how it makes me feel, I mean, it makes me feel proud of where the pack has come. I mean, from its simple origins of being like a mixed pack experimenting kind of thing, growing into something that people feel so connected to, that they actually spend as much time as I have on the pack, and make it something that is not just something to do in your free time, not just a hobby, so to speak.
Yes, for sure. And I can tell you right now where Conquest is going to be in the future. I mean, we're going far. Like I said earlier, there's this pack is not just in its run for fame. This pack has been in the works for a very long time. The quality is there, the workmanship is there, and we as a team, we as a community are pushing forward, and there's going to be a lot of great things to come. So leading on to our next question, what do you think of the mod specifically, and what is your vision for the future of Conquest?
Well, I think it goes without saying, I kind of touched upon that before, but I'm really excited about the mod and what it brings to the people, because I mean, clearly Conquest is my baby and has been for the longest time, and being, the whole metadata thing was a hard hit for me, being outdated for over a year. And I had plans in 1.7 going forward, which were kind of, taken down by the changes, and I want to take those up again and see where it takes me. And I mean, vision for Conquest, I mean, what other to say than conquering more than we already have, right? Take out the word to the people, show them what's possible, involve the experience, see where we can go, right?
Exactly.
And support the community, because without the community, what are we?
And if you guys are specifically interested in supporting this community and helping us push forward into the future, there's so many ways you can help, from simply watching creators to posting your own builds on Twitter, Facebook, any social media platform in general. Post your builds, hashtag #WeAreConquest. Make sure you credit or put ConquestReforged in there somewhere so people can see and possibly even want to try it for themselves. You as a you out in the community, you people that are watching right now, you are what's going to make this community actually become anything more than what it is. And it's only going to happen by word of mouth, and you guys are that word of mouth. You are those mouths. So make sure that you spread the word about Conquest and keep us going. So
we did our part. Now it's your time.
But yes, so thank you so much there, Stefan. We really
no
appreciate
problem,
you and all the work that you have put into this mod. You are an absolutely incredible inspiration, not only in your texturing, but your building skills, your leadership skills, and everything. Really appreciate you, man. And I'm sure everyone here will say the same thing. So you keep doing what you do, all right?
I'm trying to. I will, and I hope that I will stay around for the longest time. Go down with my ship if need be.
Yeah, sure. Alrighty, so...
By the way, I saw someone mention in chat earlier if there was like a way to have private conversations afterwards. We're gonna have like a Q&A session later, right? So if you want to ask questions and stuff like that to specific people, or like, have a bit of conversation, we can do that after the presentation.
Yeah, so go ahead and wait till after the presentation. We'll go ahead and answer your questions then. But for right now, we have a pretty clear set plan what we want to do for the actual stream here. So we're going to try to stay close to that as we can. And then at the end, we'll go ahead and answer those questions. And we'll make this, we'll interact with you guys more readily. So moving on to our next section, we're going to be talking to Wonder and Phil. Both of them are the core meaning and the core reason why the Conquest Reforged mod is where it is today. They have been the backbone, the incredible instrument in order to make this mod what it is today, from the coding to even more coding. There's just so much background work that has gone into the production of this mod. And Phil and Wonderbread, aka RomanCapitalist and Wonderbread, they both are an absolute incredible inspiration. So, a huge thank you belongs to them. So make sure you guys give them a big thank you when you can. But anyways, going from that, so Wonderbread and Phil, how you guys doing today?
Hey, BuildCon. Happy to be with you.
What's going on?
But yeah, welcome guys. And so we're going to try to get some questions and talk to you guys, and maybe you can interact with the viewers, and maybe we can get some great information out there. Maybe get the mod forward. So, Wonderbread and Phil, tell us a little bit about yourselves and what are your roles in the Conquest Reforged development.
Well, in terms of Conquest Reforged development, I personally handle a lot of the code implementation of all the blocks you see in game. I also fix bugs, make sure everything works very nicely. Every block is optimized and just works very well for all builds. As for me personally, I'm of course online, someone deeply interested in taking Minecraft to the next level. In real life, I'm a student of classical studies, and that itself kind of attracted me to Conquest, because Conquest is so great for all styles, really, not just medieval. And when I first discovered it, I thought it would be absolutely amazing for the Roman builds I'm very interested in doing.
But yeah, if you guys don't know, RomanCapitalist is actually, he's known by several names. He's a multi named individual, but like Origins, Leon Denis. There's several other names too, but if you guys don't know, his PMC profile is where you originally downloaded the mod from. But Origins has been there pretty much from the beginning. He took initiative at the early stages of the mod, and he really got in there. And he's one of the big reasons why the mod is at this point today. So huge thank you to you, man. So Wonderbread, your turn. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your role in the Conquest Reforged development.
I'm part of the code team. And I also do the server admin for the back end of the server.
But yeah, Wonderbread is one of those guys that he doesn't necessarily like to be in the spotlight. He's one of those guys that does like literally all-nighters on a regular basis to try to provide you guys with that content. And I have a serious level of respect for him, and it's just absolutely incredible the amount of work and dedication he's put into the development of this mod. So again, huge thank you to him. I mean, there's even others in the mod team that have just been putting so much work and so many, so many ideas have gone into this. But yeah, Wonderbread in particular, thank you so much, man, and the amount of work you put in. So, Phil, aka RomanCapitalist, can you tell us a little bit why you bothered to put in your time to develop the Conquest Reforged mod?
Well, as I said before, Conquest really has the best textures to offer for all styles. But more importantly, I wanted Conquest to move forward from just 1.7 and open up Conquest to new audiences and make it possible for more people to really enjoy what Conquest had to offer. So I took it on myself with Creative Realms and Monsterfish and all of the guys there that were there from the beginning to make this happen. Yeah,
you saw a need and you filled that need and you had that passion for it, and it's really awesome that you stepped up for that, because there's not many people that want that level of responsibility for developing a mod like this, because believe it or not, guys, there is so much work. Well, I'm sure you guys believe it, but there's a lot of work that goes into what you're seeing right here. And, these two, the team is small and it's very compact, but each individual has been effective and efficient and has been, just absolutely phenomenal, done a phenomenal job. But leading from that, Wonderbread, what gave you the inspiration to bother with developing the Conquest Reforged mod?
I actually came into the whole Conquest thing pretty late, because I came in right at like 1.8, and so it was kind of transitioning more, and I just happened to come across Creative Realms online, and I was asking him some questions about putting it on my server, and we just got talking, and I was like, hey, if you ever need help with anything in the mod. And he's like, yeah. So I kind of got tossed in the mix and did a little bit on the, back end, some small stuff, and then did some server stuff and fell into the code side of it. And I just seeing what Monsterfish did with all the textures and stuff, and then seeing where the mod itself was going, like actually adding the blocks to it and the variations. I was stuck at that point.
Yes. And that's the same for me. Like when I first found Conquest, when I started using it, and it was about 3 to 4 years ago. When I first found it originally, it was through, I'm sure a lot of you are aware, Jamsy Boy. He was pretty much the pioneer of the Conquest community in terms of publicizing the mod and using YouTube as a platform to do that. He's the reason why I actually joined Conquest. But it's the same thing for me. I saw the potential in this. I saw just how much opportunity there was, and I wasn't about to pass that up, and so I went straight in for it. But yeah, Wonderbread went a step further, and he's actually doing he's making this into what people like me can actually use in order to present to you guys. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. The point that we're at right now is just, we're still in early development, but the Conquest Reforged mod is in such a critical phase right now, and such a great phase, because we have just done our 6,000 block update recently. But I'm going to pass that on to one of you, actually. Maybe you guys can talk about the update that we just had, and maybe the development that's been going into that to make this all streamlined and work.
Yeah, the 6,000 block update was a lot of work, but we spent a lot of time making sure we picked out the best variants, the most fitting variants for each texture, that each one would make sense and be usable in builds. But we also realized a big problem with adding so many blocks was navigating through them. So that's where the GUI comes in, the new GUI we did to kind of revolutionize the way you pick out blocks while you're building, so that each time you click on a certain texture, you get a wheel that has every variant with that texture, so you can easily and quickly pick out different model variants.
But yeah, the development process that's gone into that, if you guys are just aware, it took several months, and we kept saying 2 months, 2 months, 2 months, until finally it just kind of hit us, and we were like, you know what, we're going to release this now. The dev team just felt they were ready, and bam, we just threw it on the community, and here we are today. We have the mod ready to go. But we have this custom GUI and everything that's just absolutely amazing. We'll show you later on sort of how that works, and how the mod is actually, how you can use the mod for yourself. So, Wonderbread, actually, no, we already answered that question. So, Phil, what would you consider to be the future of the Conquest Reforged mod? Where do you see us going, and let's say a year from now, where do you see us being?
Well, in a year from now, I see us definitely working on survival compatibility, bringing in the survival community to Conquest, which I guess it really hasn't ever been before, with the metadata of 1.7, which can't really be accessed in survival. That's the great thing about a mod, is that you can add almost whatever you want. So we can add recipes, new functionalities for certain blocks, even biome generation. So we can have mod blocks generating in all the different biomes, or perhaps even new biomes. In the short-term future, we'll be incorporating Rebellion into the mod, which is a group that does absolutely spectacular 3D models for Minecraft, and we're really excited to get those into our mod and have them joining us.
But yeah, the 3D models of the pack so far are phenomenal. Some of you would argue the point that, oh, it doesn't look Minecraft anymore, but I am stressing the point that these models are going to bring the game to a whole new level. We obviously are going to optimize the pack in the best way we can in order to try to maintain that quote-unquote Minecraft feel the best we can. But at the same time, adding in these models really can add in a whole new level of building. Not only the experience, but also just the architecture in general will be so much better than what would be previously possible. But yes, all these the merges that we've been seeing lately, there's been a lot of great things. The community's been coming together. Larger YouTubers and well-known individuals have been catching on to the mod and seeing seeing the opportunities presented with it, and the community is really starting to grow. So you guys should jump on this chance and be a part of that from the beginning, sir, from the original Conquest Reforged, because if you aren't now, you probably will later anyways. So anyways, we hope that we can get a bunch of people, or a bunch of you will be interested by the end of this stream to come join us in the Conquest Reforged community. So, is there anything else you would like to say there, Wonder and Phil?
I just kind of wanted to add, just like you were saying before about the scope of everything. I don't think a lot of people realize, like you said, the dev team is extremely small, and with the Ardacraft merge, we've had a lot of help. You know, like Dags, with the code at least on our end, helped out a lot, but just scope wise, the mod itself, at least on the back end before it's condensed down, is just about 50,000 files, and the resource pack itself is pushing 20,000 files.
That's absolutely insane.
And those files don't come from me. I mean, it's created. So
yeah, everything is created from the ground up. So just keep that in mind, guys. 50,000 codes handwritten by just a few individuals. The team that has been putting the time into this, just all by them, and it's just insane. So, but yeah, thank you very much to you, Wonderbread and Origins / RomanCapitalist, for the work you guys have put into this. A really awesome product you have presented with us here today. So I guess we can move on to the server showcase phase. So DC, you around? DC?
Yeah, sure am. Don't know if I'm lagging, but...
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get set up for that really quick. So, DC, if you want to like sort of start us off with like sort of how the server is progressing, sort of tell the viewers about the ConquestReforged server and what's happening with it, and maybe we can talk about the future of Reforged.
Sure. Well, obviously we showcase mod. We get server for it. But in terms of what we have going on in community and the type of worlds that we have for people to join on, we have the free build map where people can just be coming on and finding a location and doing a random build, whatever they please, as long as they're not interfering with the other people. We also have a flat world, which we've got divided up into separate themes with temporary plots to it. But each, there's a whole bunch of different themes. Medieval, Asian, futuristic, you name it, it's there. We also have a community build is coming up. That's going to be on our new server. Current server is having a little bit of hiccups here and there. So we're getting a new server set up currently. But yeah, we'll be putting the new community build onto there. Which basically people getting approved in their styles, palettes and all that kind of thing. But there will also be a new flat world coming, which will be set up similar, but each theme will actually have its own world and will be positioned on an actual or onto plot squared, which then brings into the other side of things that are coming in is the plot system, which we can bring in the rank, the perks and that go along with it. Something else that we've been bringing in very soon, hopefully, is the mini games, which will be basically organised by Monster. Going to be bringing over these mini games. Another aspect, of course, is survival. A lot of people have been asking for. It's in the process of getting worked out, but hopefully in the future we'll have survival aspect as well on the server. So pretty much we want to be able to account for basically every type of player that's out there, and being able to use the mod, of course.
But as you guys are seeing right now, we're walking through the ConquestReforged server lobby. This is where you're going to spawn at when you initially join the server. And this was built mainly by Monsterfish, who we had listened to earlier this stream. And there was other builders as well. I helped a little bit. There was Loudum, helped a lot. There's a different builders that had helped with making this lobby what it is. And this is just a small taste of the possibilities of Conquest, because this was actually built before the official 6,000 block update of the mod. And so, I mean, just imagine this build after the 6,000 block update, the detail and the just the things that we could have done if we had built this post the update. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and show you other builds across the server from various community members that have been building on the ConquestReforged server. If you guys don't know how to join the server, there's the links down below in the description. In fact, right now, DC, if you wouldn't mind posting some links in the chat, possibly about the server, maybe post some, the website, etc., how to join, all that good stuff. But if you guys are interested in that, follow the links and you can figure out from there, download the mod and all that good stuff. So anyways, once you're ready, DC, I guess we can go ahead and start touring the world and seeing the other great builds that are across the server, from the free build to the flat world, all kinds of crazy stuff that we're going to be seeing here during this stream. So
Sure.
But for right now, we'll keep walking through the lobby. Just tell me when you're ready there, DC.
I'm good to go on flat world.
Okay, shall I TP to you now?
Yep.
All right. Oh, wrong one. Okay, if you can actually teleport me to you, DC, that would be far more efficient, I think. Just whenever you're ready. There we go. Okay, so our first build here, DC, why don't you give us a little breakdown as to what we're looking at?
Okay, well, this is actually medieval theme spawn. This is designed by Dorfius _NL, one of our regular players. Who's that's pretty much a gothic cemetery church attached to it. You actually reviewed this, put up a review video of this recently, which is now pretty much 4 times as big and a lot more detailed from what that was back then.
Yeah, if you guys are not aware, I actually just posted this video about 2 weeks ago, or actually a week ago. I had made this video about 4 months ago, 5 months ago, when I had reviewed just this cemetery plot that you're seeing right here in the screen right now. But since then, all of the rest of this plot was added, and there's just, it's awesome, just the amount of work that's gone into this. But it's incredible. I mean, just look at these designs. Look at this little gate right here. All of the models that are used. It's very strategic in the way that it's been done. I really do like the strategic use of these blocks. And Gothic architecture really complements some of these blocks, because it almost seems like some of these blocks are specifically made for Gothic architecture, because it just really fits in with that whole style. So, but yeah, this plot's by Dorfius, really good builder. And again, if you want to see this for yourself, come to the ConquestReforged server and do /warp, I think. Well, actually, you're going to go flat world, and it's the medieval spawn, I think. Or fantasy spawn.
Yes.
Okay, medieval spawn.
Medieval.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I guess let's go move on to the next build then. Or I guess we should fly around a little bit, but there's all kinds of different builds all the way around this. Just teleport me when you're ready. I'll just keep flying
might
around.
lag out a little bit.
Oh, that's fine.
This plot does lag a bit.
All right. So our next plot, who built this? I know it's Paul, but...
Paulius.
Okay. But this is a really nice...
Paulius W.
Paul WSW. Okay. Well, Paul. We'll just call him Paul for now.
Call him Paulie.
That's the
Call him
abbreviated
Paulie.
name for him. But
Yep.
he's really done a good job with this plot. You have a castle across a, looks like a creek over here. You have fields and a village. Sort of like a
Bit of a
really
moat style.
compact village around. But it's a really beautiful setting here, and I really do like what Paul has done.
He initially started out with castle, but kind of convinced him by buying him a couple of more plots and informed him that he can now extend. So that's what he's been working on lately.
But you guys may actually be asking, how do you use the mod? If you press E for your inventory, you can open up a vast inventory of just thousands, or not, yeah, there's probably 1,000 block types in here. But there's just so many opportunities and details and things that you can use, from food to tools to topography to organic blocks to masonry. There's just, it's everywhere. Everything you can think of for any medieval type build is here in this pack. And it's still being developed. More textures being added in on a or are we going back to a weekly basis or a maybe a bi-monthly basis? I'm not quite sure, but there will be updates, more textures added in. But on top of this massive menu here, you can pick any of these blocks from your inventory, go there into your menu, and press C. And then that'll open up a custom GUI with all of the block variations for that block type. So as you can see, you have all this crazy stuff. So you take the block, you put it into your menu, and then you can build with that block however you want. And it's incredible. Like, we even have vertical slabs, something that we've been asking for in Minecraft for who knows how long, but we have them. So no longer, need to ask, because everything is in the mod and we are good to go. And as we said, survival compatibility in the future, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, just a beautiful castle and build here. But again, press the C button, C as in cat, and you can take any block and you can expand that into a multitude of other blocks. Anything you want to say on that, DC?
No, pretty much covered it.
I pretty much covered it, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just really cool, the build here. One build I want to particularly show you, something that I really find quite interesting. Umnum has a build over here. It's a recreation of a English castle. I forget the actual name of this place, but as you can see, you have the front barbican, you come through the gate and everything. It's just an absolute beautiful build. And now with all the new options that he can use for the interiors, all the new block types and everything, I'm really excited to see what happens here. But yeah, just overall, just everyone's builds are just absolutely incredible. I just love how Conquest has evolved, how ConquestReforged mod specifically has evolved over time. All the work that has gone into this. So I guess we should move on to the next build there, DC. Just tell me when you're ready.
Yep,
or just
and you're
keep me
pretty
moving.
much, you're heading there, actually. I'm at the corner of it.
At the corner of it. All right. I'm trying to find you. Oh, Caligas builds. Yes. This was
Caligas,
just here.
yep.
Beautiful build.
Like, work in progress, but it's getting there slowly. But yeah, Caligas and Chiller Cookie, I think it was. They work.
I
But
really
again,
love
just
this
the
chicken coop.
the way that they've used the blocks and designing of the arches.
Yeah.
Enhances everything.
But just look at the architecture in this build. It's so elegant and it's so well done. Like the, I don't even know what this is called, but like the pulpit, I guess, for the priest to stand up here. Just things like that. You got the choral pits. This is where the choir would sit and sing, I would presume. Then you have the altar up here. All kinds of just crazy things that we are able to do in the ConquestReforged mod, because we just have so many blocks and opportunities to do with those blocks. So really, really cool. So shall we move on?
Ciao.
All right. Oh, whose build is this?
This is El Mario.
Build by El Mario, and
El
it's called
Mario.
Stormwind. really neat build here, actually. I kind of like it. We have the blue roofs and everything. You got like a little bit of a city, and it looks like a small fort being built on the backside of the plot. But let's get a nice little ground walkthrough of this plot and see all that there is to see. But also, I want to stress that if you guys have any questions currently, we are going to be saving those questions till the end of the stream, which should, or not the end of the stream, but the end of the presentation, which should be ending in about 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes or so. But yeah, we're just showing you right now the opportunities that you can do with the Conquest Reforged mod and the application that has been done using it. But yeah, anything you want to say about this plot, DC?
Just apart from the fact that I been checking it out all the time when I'm around. To see the progress on it. Yeah, coming along.
It's a beautiful build. I can't look at a build and not say it's beautiful because it is inspiration, as a certain other YouTuber would say. Or I haven't actually watched Corrales in so long, so I don't remember how he says inspiration, but same thing is just the inspiration is just, it's awesome. So shall we move on, sir?
Oh.
I love the vines through there. All right. Oh, yes. I remember this. In fact, you guys, I've made a video on this. But yeah, DC, I'm sorry. You go ahead and introduce who made this plot.
This one is I'm Flare.
Yeah, I'm Flare and I'm Ethak.
And I'm trying to, yeah.
And guys, don't mind the random trap doors that you'll find and these green blocks. We just, since the 6,000 block update, which was April 1st of this month, of course, I mean, we're in April, but we had to convert from the old mod over to the new version of the mod. And so we've had some conversion issues, so some things didn't convert over. But at the same time, everything still looks fantastic. And but the future is so much brighter now with this 6,000 block update. So there's just a few little bugs here and there that you can look through or look past in a way. But I just love this. This is supposed to have a little pillar right there, but just look at these pigeons. Textured by Monsterfish. Pretty much all of these textures that you see right now are by Monsterfish. Some of the other textures that have been recently added in are by Wheelie and the Ardacraft team. But yeah, it's just absolutely incredible. Just look at all these blocks that have been added in. You got the tools, you got the windows, just so many things that are available to you now. Just absolutely amazing. In fact, I'll show you a little piece of one of my most recent videos. The Ardacraft and Reforged merge video that happened just recently with the 6,000 block update. But as you can see, this is the Ardacraft server and the Conquest Reforged server, and together the packs, the Ardacraft server had made some custom textures. Wheelie, I think, is their artist and has created a bunch of textures for their project, and those textures merged into the Conquest Reforged mod. So the amount of textures has exponentially been increased since before, but it's just really cool to see all the crazy things. But is the server back up, DC?
Yep.
All right, so we'll go ahead and get back on there, and we'll continue our little walk around. But I think we have time for one more build, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the next build. So go ahead and take us to the next one. Fantastic. All right, just give me 1 second to get things a little set up. There we go. But yeah, here we are at... What? Oh yeah, we are at... who built this, actually?
Aquos and Soliver.
Oh, Arc Wolves. Oh, okay. I misheard you before. Okay. But yeah, look at this sign right here. See, this is just a testament to the crazy things, the small little details you can do with the new models and blocks that we have. Cobblestone trap doors. We have the arch blocks, and you can do some really nice things with those blocks. But yeah, that's really cool. But yeah, this right here is the build, the subject build. It's like a very tall steampunk fantasy tower, it looks. Really neat, I would say. I really like this, and I really think that it really shows off some unique block usages. Like, you can really use like these railings up here and the way that roof is made. Again, there is a few conversion issues, so just keep that in mind when we're looking at this. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to all have a brown roof. But actually, no, it does look like it's supposed to have little bits of a red roof. Yeah, it looks like it's specifically built that way. But yeah, really beautiful build. But yeah, is there anything else? Oh yeah, Voxel's build for sure.
This one, this is the fantasy spawn, still being worked on. But yeah, this one by Voxel, one of our moderators. Yeah, definitely a fast worker and pretty high this.
Is there anything else you would like to say there, DC? Maybe talk about, talk about the subject of the future of the server and how things are being set up, and maybe how to join the server at that, for that matter.
Yeah, well, we kind of covered a bit of the things that are upcoming, being plot squared world that we're going to be having, viable aspects, mini game, a community build, rebuild, that world. Pretty much everything's going to be new on the new server. Yeah, but yeah, all you need to do is head over to our website.
Yeah, DC is going to go ahead and post that website in the chat below. So if you are interested in joining the ConquestReforged community, or even just downloading the mod for yourself and playing it in single player, all of that is accessible from the ConquestReforged website, which DC has just posted in chat. So make sure you go check that out if you are interested in what you are seeing right now.
The launcher of it, and also once you actually come and join in on the community, and come onto the server to build. Also fill in the whitelist, which I've just linked over. Once you fill that in, approved, head on in.
But yeah, I love this design right here. I mean, it's like one of those mesmerizing designs that you just, like, your brain just kind of can't handle it until you sort of realize the big picture, how it's like rings all in each other. So it literally looks 3D, but it's really not. It's all just a flat plane, just a flat floor, and it's just using textures to demonstrate a sort of 3D interlaced design. So I really, really like that, and I think that Zimster did a fantastic job making that. I want to see more stuff like this, really unique designs like that. There needs to be more, always more.
Yeah, as ZZ, or JP English as he's known as now. Yeah, his fantasy building definitely wants to be inspired by.
Yeah, but for sure, guys, go ahead and join the Conquest Reforged server and check it out. But yeah, is there anything else you want to say, DC, before we head over to Ardacraft?
Nope, everything cool.
Alrighty. So Fornad, King Warwick, you guys around?
Hello, I'm here.
Hello.
All right, let me go ahead and head over to Ardacraft real quick. So let me go ahead and turn on some, here we go. There we go. I just need to go ahead and do a quick little logistics here. But yeah, Fornad, why don't you introduce us to the Ardacraft community really quick? Give us a little idea of what's going on here.
Of course. So, Ardacraft is a server that was founded in May of 2014, and our goal from the start has been to recreate J.R.R. Tolkien's Middle-earth in Minecraft. So, the entire world that he created for The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings in this game. Recently, we've updated to use Conquest Reforged because of the fantastic possibilities it offers the mod. It offers our server. And yeah, it's been about 2 weeks since that update. So I think now that you've logged on, I can teleport you to us and we can get started looking around.
All right, guys, welcome to Ardacraft. Let me go ahead and actually change the music real fast. I had a special request. Here, let me go ahead and turn this down real quick. In fact, here, let me do this real quick and change that on over. Sorry for the confusion there. And there we go. Alrighty. So, shall we begin?
Of course. So we're here at Bag End, the kind of spawn of the server, and I think we'll just take a quick look around in here, and then go on to explore a few more areas in the server.
Alrighty. So if you guys are not aware, this is Lord of the Rings. This is Bag End, where Bilbo Baggins lives. So just for quick clarification, wait, did you already say that? I'm sorry, I was really like preoccupied when you were.
No, I just said it was Bag End, but yes,
Oh,
it is
okay.
where Bilbo lives. And yeah, you can see we've already begun to implement some of the additions that we got in the new mods. So some of these new drawers, for example, and of course we have our custom paintings, which I think might be showing for you. I don't know if you
Give me
have the
1
overlay
second.
on.
I need to get that
Yeah.
overlay on. So I'm sorry guys. There's some technical difficulties going on. So we'll go ahead and get that overlay
Yeah,
on real quick,
to 14.
and then we will continue here. But yeah, so King Oric, also tell us a little bit about yourself. What's your position on the server, and what do you do?
I'm a overseer, 1 of 4 at the moment, and I pretty much just keep an eye on stuff. Fawn can't be around all the time, so the overseers keep an eye, make sure everything runs smoothly, accept applications, and yeah, just generally keep an eye on things around the server.
Distribution of power. That's how you keep things smooth right there. I agree. All right. Give me 1 second. I thought it was ready. Okay. There we go. And now the paintings work.
Brilliant. Okay, yeah. So we've got, for example, this map on the wall here is the map of Erebor with Smaug on it from The Hobbit. There's things like a calendar, a grandfather clock, all these things that we've added just to add extra detail to these builds.
Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I always love coming over to Ardacraft and exploring through their builds. There's no end of things to see. It's just one of those things that if you actually have explored everything, you've spent a minimum of probably 100 hours on this server to explore, because there's literally that much content. And this is only in the beginning stages of their project. There is so much more to be done. How much of Middle Earth have you guys done in percentage-wise? Would you say ballpark?
Oh, ballpark between 10 and 20%.
I mean, just that 10 to 20%. You have about no less than probably 50 to 100 hours of exploration to do. Maybe
Just to give some context, when the map is finished, it'll be about 54,000 by 43,000 blocks.
Exactly.
So we're talking about a really huge map here.
And Ardacraft is also one of those things that goes really deep into the small details. To like we had just done that video, and you did that thing that no one's ever going to see, that little grave site for the two elven elders. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna give it to you, Fornad. Talk away.
Yeah. So earlier on, I think in the stream, you were talking about how much better of course, the CR spawn is already fantastic, but how much better it would be with the new blocks. And since the update, we've started to build a new city, a new town called Dale, which some of you may remember from the films. That was the one that Smaug attacked in The Hobbit and destroyed, but we're building it when it was after that attack, when it was rebuilt. So if we just do Warp Dale, and we can take a look at that and some of the new blocks we've managed to put to use.
And what we're looking at right now, guys, there is about 50 times this in every direction. I mean, literally, there's so much stuff going on. But yeah, teleport me whenever you're ready there, Fornad. Here we go.
All right. Yeah, so this is Dale. If you just come over here to this blue section, this is very much a town in progress. You can see that we have all the wall blocks above the houses, all the sign blocks, everything being planned and created in a logistical manner. But if you just fly down into these streets, you'll see, for example, these houses, the new ones, using the vertical slab blocks. For example, we've got some fantastic.
Such a good idea. I love it.
Yeah. We've got some fantastic stuff already being put to use, and it's only been about 2 to 3 weeks since the update. But yeah, just we're really excited by it, and we've been using these blocks like crazy.
I personally have not even thought of doing this yet. I'm so glad we just did this. I'm really, wow. That's crazy. Just look at that slant, guys, that you can do with the vertical slabs for these roof blocks. And just to think, every single roof block that you see here has a vertical slab for it. In fact, every block that you see here that's a block has a vertical slab. It's just amazing.
Have you shown the GUI yet? I'm not sure if you did earlier on.
Yeah, I did earlier on Reforged, but yeah, let me show you guys again the real quick sort of run through how this works. Let me find a good block that actually has a full spectrum of blocks to use. For example, this right here has a full spectrum of blocks. You can go ahead and press the C command, C as in cat. That opens up to a custom GUI, which has all of these block variations for it. In fact, this block right here has more. But as you can see, there's just so many block variations you guys can use. Again, for the Reforged mod, you press the C command, or the C keyboard shortcut, and it opens up all this, and you just go ahead and take the block, you put it in your inventory, and then you can place that, and bam. Just absolutely amazing.
I'll teleport you down actually just now, just to show you inside one of these houses. Oh, you're already here. Cool. Yeah, let's take a look around. Just some of these new blocks we've been using. It's fantastic, honestly, for the server.
But as you can see, no one can really understand why is there vertical slabs for cabinetry? Well, here it is right here. Or why is there trap doors for the closets or wardrobes? Well, right there. It's just, oh, I love this. This is great. Absolutely great.
And yeah, and this circular table, for example, this is a new thing for us as well.
Yes,
it's amazing. And the small hammer on this, this is a tailor's workshop, by the way, but just the amount of detail we're able to add is unbelievable.
Yeah, it really boosts the whole building aspect of the game. It's just gone to a whole new level now. If it wasn't already at a whole new level just with the Conquest pack, it's at a whole new level now, past the whole new level. So for those of you that have not used Conquest before, or not used the mod before, let alone Conquest, you're in for quite the experience.
So I think we've taken a good look at Dale now. Let's move on to a city that we finished before the update, that we're planning on adding a few new blocks from the update to, but we're showing you it mainly because it is the largest city ever built in the Conquest pack. So if we warp now to Mythland.
All right, just teleport me whenever you're ready. Yeah, this is the Gates of Erebor. All right. So, tell us a little bit of what we're seeing here right now.
King, if you want to cover this.
Yeah, so as Fawn said, this is the biggest city we've done so far on the server. And in the lore, Mythland it's not really talked about much. This is where Frodo went off on the grey ship into the Fawn. Where did he go?
The west.
The west, yeah, there you go. And yeah, this was just so big. It took us, I think it was 14 months to complete, start to finish. And as Fawn said, it was finished before the merge, so it's not really got many new blocks in it. And at the moment, we're not. We will eventually get round to adding some new stuff to it, but everyone is just so worn out on it. It took that long to do. We're just leaving it as it is now. It still looks stunning as it is.
So would you guys consider that this is the largest Minecraft or the largest Conquest city that has ever been built at this quality?
We think it is, and every single building there is has an interior. A lot of Mythland is abandoned by this point, but there's still the abandoned buildings have some sort of interior to it, even if it's just crates stacked up with stuff that the elves would have left behind that they couldn't take with them into the west. So every building has something on the inside of it to give it its own little personality.
It's absolutely beautiful. I love the architecture, and you can definitely clearly tell it's elven. If you guys are interested in seeing a more in-depth review and showcase of this build, I do have a video of it. Actually, yeah, I only have one video of it, but I have a video of it over on my YouTube channel that you can check out. Speaking of which, there's going to be several locations, like even Dale was covered in a video earlier. But if you guys want to check all those out, just go ahead and find my showcase playlist on my channel listed below, and you can go ahead and check that out for yourselves and see this amazing project in a more in-depth detail. But you don't have to see the videos for it. You can see it for yourself. So Forned, why don't you give us a little rundown? How do we join, or how do people join this server and see all these amazing creations?
So now that the merge has taken place, anyone can download the Conquest Reforged mod, the launcher. It's all very simple to install, as I'm sure your dev team, our dev team would agree. So you install that, and then you just join the server at mc.ardacraft.me. We'll post the link in the Q&A at the end of this. But yeah, it's super easy to join, and once you're in, you just go through the small kind of welcome area, and then you're free to warp anywhere in the world. So yeah, absolutely come on. If you're interested in Lord of the Rings, or just interested in huge, massive scale epic builds, I'm sure you'll love Ardacraft, so do come on.
And guys, this part of the city that we've been walking through all of this time is just one half of the city. The other half is across the river, which is about probably the same size as this side. And we're actually going to go ahead and go over there. You can see from where we're at right now, the starting of it. This is in the Loon, I guess. I remember hearing that, right? It was a Loon.
That's correct. Yeah, the River Loon. Yeah, the Bay of Loon. Yeah.
But each side is just massive, and the Ardacraft team has put in a vast amount of work into making this what it is today. And the mod is just enhancing that and making it just such a better experience and much more streamlined experience for builders and for viewers too, because now you don't have to download 2 mods. All you have to do is download 1 mod and everything is there for you. But yeah, fantastic. So what's next?
Well, we didn't want to take up too much time. Of course, as we said, the server is huge. There's so much to see. You can look at our dynamic map, which hopefully someone can post in chat now, or I'll do it during the Q&A. But I've already seen a few people asking questions in chat, so I think what we'll do now is we'll walk to another location, let's say Harland, and take a few questions from chat about Ardacraft.
Alrighty. But yeah, Harland's another really beautiful city, and it's in lieu with Mythlond here. It's quite a bit smaller, but it is still an absolutely incredible city. And I love the marshes next to it, which you guys will see soon. But again, if you want to see this in video format with a cinematic and everything, you can check it all out on my YouTube channel. And then again, for seeing it for yourself, just join the Ardacraft server.
Fantastic. So we'll start with, I'll just start with the first question I've seen here. Storm Shadow 130 asks, I used to go on MCME sometimes. What is the main difference between Ardacraft and MCME? I imagine it is Conquest. MCME, for those who don't know, is a server called Minecraft Middle-earth, who are doing much a similar thing to what we're doing. They're recreating Middle-earth in Minecraft. We are kind of almost an offshoot, or we were originally an offshoot of that server, because we wanted to use the Conquest pack, because we wanted the map to be bigger, more realistic, all that stuff. So we I don't want to say, we split away from them, really. So I would say that the main differences are a map that's about twice as big. We use the Conquest Reforged mod, and of course the Conquest pack. I suppose we have a bigger focus on the books and on realism, I suppose, would be the main differences.
I'm looking at that the symbol or your logo up above Harland. It's really well done. Who made that, by the way?
Which one? The logo?
Yeah,
I think that was the leader, Kemse, made it. Yeah.
Beautiful.
How many builders work on Ardacraft? Is what Dorpheus asked. From week to week, I would say we get about 25 to 30 builders logging in, usually. So it's kind of those kind of numbers at the moment. Used to be a lot smaller. Like when we first started making the Shire, it was like 10. So we have slowly grown. And yeah, it's a fairly tight knit community. Most people know each other, so it's a good good size, I think, in that way. And we are of course looking to get bigger, because more builders means more progress, and more progress means we get closer to our eventual goal. What is the purpose for these buildings? Is it for fun, hobby, RPG server? Asks Eddie Boy 21. Well, I would say, yeah, it's mainly for fun and kind of as a hobby. We don't have any specific plans for when we finish, because it is so far away. It's very possible we will do something with this map when it's done. But at the moment, I think it's just the kind of satisfaction of working together with many people on a big project, kind of creating something unique and incredible together. I think a lot of people gain a lot of enjoyment out of that. And of course, if you like Lord of the Rings, it's all the better. So you can, create these builds and see them come to life, and see this world that so many people, millions of people love, come to life in this way. Ardacraft has a nice... Okay, yeah. Any other questions from you guys? If I wanted to join, build, and record, would I be able to do all of these? Yeah, of course. Of course. I think you do have a YouTube channel, Unparalleled Gaming. Yeah, of course you can. Anyone is free to record on the server at any time. And yeah, please do feel free to come on. We love it when people make videos, and we love it even more when people help us build. So yes, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, videos and any publication. That's what's going to bring the Conquest community forward, is word of mouth. People putting the name out there. People trying to make make it known to the rest of the community that, hey, we're here, so come join us. That's the whole point. That's why we make videos. That's the point. That's why we do all this, is to try to get our community out there. And like we had said earlier in the stream, it's up to you guys. You are the people that make the Conquest community what it is. It wouldn't be what it is today if it weren't for you guys. Your word of mouth, telling your friends, telling your family, spreading the word however you can. Social media, YouTube channel, etc. It's just however you can. That's what's important. Where are we going now?
I've just teleported you to the Blue Mountains for a sort of change in location, have a look at some of our terrain and maybe some of our dwarven builds. Someone else asked, any tutorials or lists for all the climates and environments for the Ardacraft plants? So we do have a plant document, but it is currently unfinished. When it is finished, it'll be added to the guide section of our website. But yeah, at the moment it's fairly informal in terms of, we do have a guy who's an expert on these plants, but we don't yet have a full document explaining where they all go. But that will come eventually. Any others? Fortnite, have you done anything with Mordor yet? No. So at the moment, we have finished the Shire, we finished the Old Forest and the Paradowns, we finished Bree. And now we've moved on to the west to do the Kingdom of Lindon, the Elven Kingdom of Lindon. So Mithlond, Harland are both in those. And of course the Blue Mountains, the ones we're in now, and that's where all the dwarves live. Well, not all the dwarves, but some of the dwarves live. Mordor is something that we will, of course, eventually do, but it's not something that we've moved on to yet. The project is an extremely big one, if you hadn't got that already. Fortnite, I actually want to start building. Where can I get more info on the mods plugins you are using? The mods we're using, first of all, is the ConquestReforged mod. You can look in the description of BuildCon's stream to find a link to their website. That's the main mod we use. There are other stuff. So we do have, for example, Presence Footsteps. We have, of course, Optifying. We have Better Foliage. All of those, I think, come with the ConquestReforged launcher. So they're all auto-installed for you. It's all very easy.
So I had just seen a question earlier. If you guys have any questions regarding how to get the mod installed onto your client, go ahead and join the Discord link that I just posted in chat. In fact, I'll spam it a little bit so that you guys can... there we go. I'll post it twice. Go ahead and go to that link and ask in the support channel. The Conquest development team will answer your questions to the best of their abilities and try to work out your situation. One of these days, I'll get around to making a troubleshooting video. So for the more simple issues, that I'll be able to talk about and basically an all-in-one video showing how to fix your client-specific issues. However, there's a lot of different issues that can occur, so just be aware of that and ask in the support channel of that Discord channel that we had just posted. Also, there is the ConquestReforged.com where you can post on the forums and the bug reports or like help. There's a help page somewhere. You can ask there, and you can get your questions answered on how to get the client for yourself. There has been a history of people having a difficult time getting it downloaded because being the first time that you've downloaded the mods, you're not aware of all the troubleshooting things that there is in order to get it set up for yourself. But if you follow the directions on the videos and on the website, it should keyword be just fine for you. So but yeah, make sure you follow the instructions.
Someone was asking about our geology, another one of the important things. And you're in the mountains now, actually, so that's quite appropriate. These predominantly schist and also granite with granite outcrops. So they're asking about, do we go for pure realism with geology? And the answer is pretty much yes. I'll just link a picture here that you guys can look at. And that is a small part of the map. It's the Southern Blue Mountains. And it shows the planning that we put into our geology. So we have a professional geologist who has done contracted work for NASA in the past. He looks through these areas and works out, what are the processes that would have gone into creating these areas and what rock types would you expect to see. It's a great advantage on our part. It's not something that many servers have, if any, I don't think. We might be unique in that. And we have a huge variety of rock types in order to complement his work. So yeah, that's our main thing with geology. We don't tend to just put random rocks wherever we feel like it. We do our research.
Is there any other questions? Remember, we're also with the, I'm sure, Wonderbread and Roman. Are you guys still here? Monsterfish as well?
Oh, I didn't realize it was question time now.
Well, there's a couple more I just got, but do stop me whenever I need to stop. I'll do these last two, and those will be the last two I do. Okay. Such a huge map. Has it been completely done, or do you guys do it as you go? Yeah, so we do it as you go. If you guys look at our dynamic map, I don't know if anyone could link that in chat. You can see that there are these areas that we've done. Currently, the map is about 20,000 blocks across. Thanks, King. And there are areas outside of that which are completely black. So the way we do it is we spend as much time as we can possibly take in world painting these areas beforehand, so that they're super detailed. The nature is super detailed. And then when we come in to do it, all we pretty much have to do are some touch-ups for nature and then just the builds. It saves a lot of time that way. So yeah, it's kind of like we're adding this map, almost like it's a kind of massive jigsaw puzzle in a way. The second question, or the final question, is from Shrewd, and he asks, will you do the ruins of the ancient First and Second Age land? Well, kind of, yes. So I'll teleport BuildCon now to this final location, to Tolmorwen. Hang on. And anyone who is a fan of Tolkien's kind of backstory, the Silmarillion that he wrote, may well know this place. This is called Tolmorwen. It's an island that was once part of a huge land called Beleriand. It was once just a hilltop in a landscape. And now, after the land was destroyed at the end of the First Age, it's kind of remained. It has this grave on it, which has the grave of some of the most important characters from that time. So yes, this is one of the examples of the remnants of the First Age that we still have in Middle-earth. Yeah, Turin Turambar, that's correct. So yeah, that's maybe a good place to end, and maybe move on to more general Q&A for the ConquestReforged mod.
But yeah, if any of you have any questions for Monsterfish, on Wonderbread, in the mod in general, still even if you have any questions for the Ardacraft project, feel free to ask that, and we will answer those questions to the best of our ability. But yeah, for those of you that are all here in the stream, welcome to everyone, by the way. It's great to have you, and I hope that you all have enjoyed this presentation overall. I hope that it was clear and concise and that you had a great time. I certainly had a great time. We really put a lot of work into the planning process, into making this presentation what it was, and hopefully it was enjoyable. But after this Q&A session, I'm going to take a break, and then we will continue the stream by building some Krine. But for right now, we're going to do a Q&A session. So again, if any of you have any questions, please present that down below. Hey, by the way, can you bring me over to the For London terrain there?
Oh, of course, yeah.
And for those of you that maybe had missed the first part of this stream, this will be on YouTube, so you can go ahead and check that out later on and watch it for yourself from the beginning to the end. I'll make sure to add in some tags when the presentation had started, and I'll also add in tags of specific sections that we had presented during the stream. So if you guys want to skip to certain parts, all you have to do is look in the comments down below or in the description, and I will put in tagged time periods where you can skip to and watch the video from your desired point. Have you guys started your own build projects already, or are you just developing the pack right now? I guess that would be a question for Roman or Wonderbread, or DC even, if any of you are here.
Yeah, I mean, personally, to the side, I work on reconstruction of Rome. Unfortunately, I don't have as much time to work on that doing the mod, but I'm hoping to get back onto it soon.
But eventually, the idea is that ConquestReforged is going to have a community build map. Now, obviously, we do not have near the resources as Ardacraft has in order to build a project of this size. If this were to happen, it's going to take a very, very long time in order for anything of that type to be produced. However, in the future, there is planned to be a community build map of about a 6K map presented by Darth Enigma. I'm sure a lot of you probably recognize Darth Enigma's name. He's the one that made the Black Forest map that was publicized on the Minecraft.net website. So if you guys just wanted for reference. But anyway, he made another net map called Ark of Niceros. And it's a really nice map that is about 6K blocks that any of you can download, by the way, on Planet Minecraft. If you go ahead and ask on the general chat or just go through Planet Minecraft. In fact, I have a video of it on my channel, on my showcase video playlist, Ark of Niceros. And in there is a link to the website where you can download the map for yourself. Again, it's in Reforged. But anyways, eventually the plan is that there will be a community project on that map, of which that we will be organizing, and we'll be making something relatively unique, and I'm really excited for it. But on to more questions.
I guess this is also like a point where I can mention that we are going to be working on mini games, and those are kind of build projects that are going to be coming up as well. Have some prepared already that are just needed to be converted. But of course, there's going to be an expansion on that idea, and it's going to be in Reforged in combination with the Reforged server.
Yeah, a lot of crazy things to come, not to mention survival compatibility. Just imagine all 6,000 plus of these blocks accessible through survival recipes, which will be accessible sometime in the future. I can't say in the near future because I guarantee you that is not correct. There's going to be quite a period of time before that is going to be available. Because there's so much work that's going to have to go into that, and it's going to require a lot of background logistics and just pushing forward. And your support, especially your support, is what's going to make this what it is, and this is going to make ConquestReforged happen. Is you guys supporting this mod, and the support that we've been having already has just been phenomenal, and we look to the future. So, anything else anyone else wants to say?
Yeah.
Bryce
Bryce and Wind Alchemist had a question. Will Reforged do more region-specific textures like the Roman pack that was released? If so, any plans you can reveal? I can say yes, but I think Origins could better follow up with some of that plan, with what we're kind of planning on long-term adding in.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, In terms of Roman textures, I'm planning on doing some specific wall designs that you see in Pompeii. Those are some of the best preserved wall designs you can see, and probably we'll work with monster fish on those to make them look really nice in the pack. Of course, there will be more Ardacraft textures coming, and what comes to my mind is Gondor. Their reconstruction of Gondor will include some Byzantine blocks, I'm sure, Egyptian designs, because in the books, I guess, Gondor is, Egyptian and Byzantine.
That's correct, yeah.
But I mean, it's not just gonna be old technologies. We're also gonna expand in different kind of themes also at some point. Like the whole, I think we touched upon this before with the survival portion of the mod, which will be eventually coming, where the idea will be that you start in the Stone Age, and then with each update there comes new technology and stuff like that for survivability. And who knows, maybe there will be some steampunk oriented stuff also, and maybe even sci-fi, depending on how stuff works out. That's pretty much long term. Either way, the possibilities are endless.
All in time. That's all it takes is time and motivation, and that's what's going to make or break this mod. And we've already made it pretty much, so there's really no breaking at this point.
Yeah.
We already got everything set up. Was wondering about a possible addition of certain diagonals, like on shelves, because the sideways stairs have certain uses, but a diagonal for sure for some shelves would be lit. What's your opinions on that, Wonderbread, Roman, Monsterfish?
I mean, we kind of do already have that, right, for the oak table thing that we showed in the Ardacraft show for the table. I mean, stuff like that is certainly acceptable and could potentially be added more and more, since they are they are staying true to the original, Minecraft kind of appearance by not being too extravagant in the dynamics of the shape. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that.
Will Conquest
as long as they don't become too complicated, of course.
Will Conquest Reforged ever get any kind of custom weapons for things like armor stands or guards, etc., to give you more than swords and axes and bows?
I think that might be a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, right? But it really is depending on the survival update, right?
Yeah, the survival compatibility or the survival update will bring all kinds of crazy stuff, I'm sure. So stay tuned and keep supporting the mod, because again, that's the only way you're going to see that is people supporting and wanting it. Exactly, the demand.
Yeah, and we need to get the people to help as well. If it's like just us, it's going to take a while.
Are there any plans for new 3D models?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean,
always.
That's the whole Rebellion merge.
Yeah.
We always have new ideas.
Right? Models and textures, everything. More and more. Can never be satisfied.
Hey Crowlord, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, any more questions for the Reforged team and or either Ardacraft team, etc.? Is there any questions that you guys want answered?
Oh, I see it here, but this is the one that we get asked all the time about models that didn't make it in. And the reason we left those models out, because they were OBJ models. And when you have 6,000 blocks, the GUI and everything else, people were already complaining on the old version of the mod about, I can't run it. And so we had to think long and hard about how we can make it more efficient. And Origins, actually, he streamlined it so much to make it actually, I think, just a tad more efficient than it even was before. But with those models, Phil, what do you think? What would that increase the load time and everything by?
It's mostly a risk for OBJ that support would be removed sometime because it's really not officially supported by Mojang, doing those for blocks. And we haven't tried it with metadatas. And I will say that when you have a lot of different variants, load times can really increase and a lot of problems can arise.
And
there's a question for Ardacraft. I don't know if I can jump in here. For Ardacraft, what is the next city you plan on doing? The next city we plan on doing is going to be a ruined city, but quite an important one in the lore, called Anuminas, which was once the capital of Arnor, the sister kingdom to Gondor in the north. And that's going to be our next thing. It's going to be about as big as Mithond, but it's going to be completely ruined, so it won't be as much work, I hope. Yeah, that's it.
But Trilaton, if you guys like this shader pack that I have been using this stream, this is Conquest of the Sun, the official endorsed shader pack for the Conquest texture pack. If you guys want to have this for yourself, you can go ahead and find it on !shaders. That's the command on my channel to go see it, but Conquest of the Sun is right there. It'll bring you to the Conquest of the Sun download page. And this shader pack is made by Trilaton along with his own shader pack that you can find in adjacent with that channel or with that download link there. And but yeah, Trilaton is the shader maker. So if you guys are interested in that, there is that.
There's been a question about whether or not I have been supporting the mod from the very get-go. All I can say about that, of course I was. No question.
Is there a plan to get back a small natural 3D torn stump of some sort for the mod? Also, sorry I pushed it. I don't know,
we
man.
had a conversation about that earlier, and there might be something that you might enjoy coming. with
Coming
the
soon
merge
to a
of
mod
Rebellion.
near you.
Indeed.
What's the server IP of Ardacraft? I'll let you answer this for Ned.
Of course, yeah. It's mc.ardacraft.me. I'll put it in chat now. But of course, you have to install the ConquestReforged mod and get our overlay in order to do it. The overlay itself should come with the ConquestReforged launcher, I believe. If not, I'll find a link to the overlay just now.
Again, any more questions that you guys have for the mod authors, we are here now, and we will answer your questions to the best of our abilities. So go ahead and ask your questions, and then
Here's a
we'll
nice
answer
question.
them.
How is it possible to make something like this pretty? It's easy. It's textures, man. Textures and shaders.
0 building skill required. Just textures.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey Trilaton,
totally
if
works
you can
well.
go ahead and post your shader pack in here as well. You can go ahead and do that now. Yes, this is Ardacraft I'm touring right now. I'm showcasing the amazing possibilities. In fact, I think I'm going to head back over to Reforged now and go ahead and look through the world a little bit more before we head back to Crying. In fact, Wonderbread, would it be best for me not to build Crying today because of the whole technical stuff that's going on right now? You saw the Chisel and Bits mod. Is that something that's getting added? No, that's not getting officially added. However, you are more than welcome to use that for yourself if you want. Every time you build a castle, it looks like too much like crying. Well, hey, I guess, I don't know. All you gotta do is just keep working on it, man. You'll get
Maybe
there
just
eventually.
need different input, man.
Yes.
That being said, I mean, I could just post a link to that website with the castle reconstructions, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah. Are you modded in chat? I'm not sure if you are. Just say something in chat really quick, and I'll go ahead and mod you if you're not.
Gotcha, man.
I think you are. Okay, you're modded.
Alright, here we go. This is like a good website, like with, I think it's mainly German castle reconstruction illustrations, where you can get like all kinds of inspiration how to, you know, make your castle look uncriny.
Does the Ardacraft overlay have to be in a specific place of the list of resources?
Yeah, it's called the overlay because it goes over on the top. So you put it, you get the ConquestReforged mod, you get anything else, the ConquestReforged resource pack, anything else you want to use, and then just pop the Ardacraft overlay on the top.
For crying out loud, guys. Again, any more questions that you guys might have for the ConquestReforged development team, we are here now. So go ahead and ask your questions and we can answer them to the best of our abilities. If you're curious about anything regarding the mod and any subject and regarding the servers for in general, please ask now and we can answer them.
There's a question. Will the default Conquest still be updated for people that play survival? Yes, that is the idea. Lately, I haven't had really the time to do it, but I'm hoping that in the upcoming months that I will be getting back into making stuff for the update. In particular, doing the streaming again that I was doing before that. So basically, that means that I will be streaming when I will be making content for the update. So you guys could check that out on there. But yeah, there will be updates coming further.
Have you ever tried to recreate any aspects of the mod in a plugin form, like using Sponge or Spigot? Anybody want to answer that?
Never have tried. Pretty sure you would need a mod to add in new blocks.
I mean, we tried with the metadata cycler, but that's about the extent of what we could do with Conquest at 1.7.10. But ever since 1.7.8, when they removed metadatas, it was no longer possible to use that method. Well, if you use chisel bits, can you use it on the server? No, you can't.
I mean, there have been experiments with getting something like metadata in 1.8 without a mod, but overall it's a bit hacky and you don't quite get that free mod experience where things aren't so limited.
I mean, it's not like we haven't thought about other possibilities before the guys started making the mod. It's just that overall, in the long haul, doing the ways of the other stuff that we've thought about, it would have been very inefficient and very restrictive in the long run, which is why we ended up with the mod.
Will Reforged be staying in 1.10? Anybody want to answer that?
Coming up?
Will Reforged stay in 1.10 Minecraft?
For the time being, it will. Not sure if we'll be doing 1.11 since it just doesn't add much. I mean, I'm not sure if llamas are something we really need, but perhaps we'll look into updating with 1.12.
Yeah, it needs to be worth it. If there's just a minimal amount of content to be added to the base game, it's not really much going to be affecting the mod itself.
Are there any plans for a more biomes mod with the Reforged textures models? Because I was honestly thinking about that too. Once survival compatibility comes around, if we had custom in world generation with custom biomes, with custom resources, I think that would be a really neat feature of the mod.
I mean, the only thing that's holding us back is the person that wants to do it. If you know somebody who's willing to, or has the knowledge in world generation, who would be happy to help us out with that, go ahead. I think there's no objection to that at any point. But as far as I know, like, I can't do it. It would have been for Wanda or Philip, they would have to study hard to get into that, and I think they have much more important tasks that are short term, much more important. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course.
Yeah, it's certainly something we would have to consider for the future, since there's so much to do at the moment.
And yeah, the custom trees, schematics, and stuff like that would basically fall under the same reasoning, I guess.
Are there any more questions regarding the mod?
Yeah, back on Ardacraft.
Yeah, I'm just walking around.
Oh, it seems like Chingom Unparalleled Gaming's on here as well. Welcome. Welcome to the server.
Moriete has a question for you, Monster.
Oh, here we go. Bangers in the throne of crime. WRL. I mean, if you can do that, I don't know. It's kind of weird, honestly, but...
Yeah, you remember that? You know that picture of you, like, your normal profile picture? Like, oh, yeah, like that? I'm gonna do that and put that, like,
I mean, if you want to ruin your
everywhere.
castle, go ahead.
Oh, that's great.
I need some new pictures of myself. I think that one is like... It probably is about 5 years old by now. I'm not that young anymore.
But yeah, for the rest of the team, for anyone, for any of us that are here in chat, is there anything that we want to end off with? Any closing words?
It's another question for me. Fauna, did you read the book starting at a young age? It's funny. I was born in '95, so I was kind of in the generation who grew up with the films. So I saw the films first. I'm sure, like most people, sort of my age. And then I only read the books, I think, when I was 13 or 14. I first started reading The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. And yeah, I mean, it's been a lifelong kind of love and passion since then, I would say. I mean, I'm obviously a huge fan of the world. So yeah, but I'm sure a lot of people have a similar story where they watched the films first and got more interested and then read the books.
What was the inspiration for this mod? Creative Realms, why aren't you in chat with us? You should come tell us what your inspiration was. Creative Realms was actually the author of the mod, the one that started the process. And then Origins, RomanCapitalist came in, and that's when things they teamed up and things really started pushing forward at that point. But yeah. Like Creative Realms, I'm pretty sure we had plenty of talks, but it's just the limitations of 1.7.10 metadata and biome building was absolutely, it was so difficult. I remember back in those days, like everyone just kept saying, oh, it's impossible, oh, it'll cause this, oh, it will do that, and nobody really believed in this mod. There's a very select few, at least in the community I was in at the time. But with the team slowly grew, and if they accomplished the impossible, they accomplished what everyone was saying is never going to happen. And here we are today, about a year and a half, I think. What would you say was about the right time period? About a year and a half, Roman, since the beginnings.
Yeah, I think we
Damn long
started
time.
around January, just working on the mod.
Yeah, so about a year to a
and a
year and a half of production, and we're at this point now. And people did not believe in us, did not believe in the mod, and the team, they've proved everyone wrong. They've proved that this is possible. And if we've come this far to this point in that amount of time, just imagine where we're going to be in a year and a half from now. I mean, I can only imagine the development team is going to grow now. People are going to capture this mod and find it and use it. And people with the skills in order to be a developer will be, hopefully, they'll catch an interest and say, hey, maybe I can be a part of this process, because the development team is looking for help. We're always looking for help. We're looking for dedicated help. Of course, certain people can come in for like a month and maybe they can get a lot done, and then they'll gotta leave for real life problems, and there's always going to be that. But we need help. The development team needs help. And so if you have any skills that could benefit the development team, make sure that you go to the Discord on the in fact, let me post that link right now. That's in chat right now. So go on over to our Discord and ask there, and then the development team will set you up if you if you are able to accomplish certain duties. But yeah, coding, all kinds of crazy stuff needs to be worked on. So Block says that he's good at texturing, so maybe you can present a portfolio to the texturers here, Blocks, and then maybe they can maybe your skills can be used.
And just a fair warning, I'm picky.
Yes, and Monsterfish is very picky, so keep that in mind.
I don't mean to make you guys cry, but sometimes.
Honestly, I'm not sure, Coco. I was planning on doing it, but there seems to be some issues, especially with the server updating going on right now. Honestly, I'm thinking it's probably best that I don't do that right now, just to make things a little bit easier on the crew that's making that happen. So I don't know at this point if we're going to do a crime stream today or not. That was the plan, but like I had said, I don't want to cause unnecessary work in the the side. Hey Scroll, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. You didn't catch me on a building stream, but we're just finishing up a presentation that we have put together here today for the ConquestReforged mod. So right now we're just doing a walk through Ardacraft, which is a server centered around Lord of the Rings, built as Lord of the Rings. This is the Grey Havens, by the way. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Lord of the Rings or not, but this is where Frodo set off to the Undying Lands. But if I do any building, I'm going to take a break in between this Q&A and when we start the actual next part of the stream. So, I'm not sure. I'm going to take a break. I might end the stream and then come back later. I think that's probably the best thing for us to do, is just end the stream, and then I'll come back building after we've sort of like closed things up for the day and everything for this presentation stuff.
I will come back, Mr.
Do you have a barn? Not necessarily, but I got a massive... there's a part of Crime that's just a massive building that pretty much accomplishes the same purpose, but It's not quite your barn there, Scrolling.
That's true. Do you have Ludum's trees on your?
On Crine?
No, just in general. Do you have like the trees that he made to show people like what is possible in terms of trees?
I don't have any pictures. Let me go over actually to the server really quick if the server's up. And let's go on over here. As long as you don't have a red barn. Well, actually, let's go to Crine really quick and just look around. I'm not sure the last time you've seen this castle, Scrolling, but this is what we've been working on for quite a while now. But there is red in the build, but the barn specifically is right here. So you have the stables underneath and everything. It's gonna look far more interesting eventually, but you have the hayloft up here. But for right now, it's a little bit basic. But for right now, this is our monster of a project that we've been working on. And hopefully, in time, we'll be actually able to finish this thing. I'm hearing everybody laugh at that idea. It'll never happen.
It will never happen.
Hey, everyone said that for the mod development too, but hey, a year and a half later.
You say that, but the reiterations of the entrance you made already just speak.
Well, what's probably gonna happen is like I'm gonna like finish a whole part of the castle. I'm just like, nope, don't like it anymore. Destroy it and rebuild it. Oh goodness. Man.
I'm hoping for you, but I have.
You have your doubts. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I know all about them doubts. All right, see you then, Storm. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you and hope you have a great day. BuildCon's never-ending story. Yes.
That's a nice way of saying it.
But yeah, Scroll, I'm not sure if you have seen recently what the ConquestReforged mod provides, but now you can take any block within your menu. We have over 6,000 blocks now of crazy amounts of detail. But you can go ahead and press C on any block, and it opens up this custom GUI where you can choose any number of blocks. Not quite like the Chisel and Bits mod. However, you can use the Chisel and Bits mod with Conquest. A lot of people have been doing that. But at the same time, I personally consider it, like for my style of building, I think it would just drive me crazy for the immensity that I go for. Maybe one day I could do a series of making something small with the Chisel and Bits mod. But then again, we all know what happens when I start off with building something small. But with that said, but yes, we have a Wheel of Awesomeness as well. But you can take really any block and you can open it up, and well, some blocks don't have the variations, but most blocks have variations to them that you can use and build with. So it's really cool. Are any of the models used done with voxel editors like Cubicle? I don't know the answer to that. So Wonderbread or Roman or Monsterfish, maybe you guys will be able to answer that.
I would say most of the models are made with BDcraft. I'm forgetting the exact name. It's something like BDcraft.
There is Cubic Studio now. That's what I used. But before that, there was BDcraft Cubic Pro. What was the name? But yeah, it's generally the BDcraft series of model making tools.
And I apologize for the crashes that are happening on the server right now. It's because that there is a update to the server being done at the present time. So there's a new and much better server being made right now. So just keep that in mind. It will be done soon. And then we'll have a steady server to build on with all kinds of new worlds, new permissions, and world edit. Woohoo! That you guys can work your way up to and use however you want, except for griefing other people's builds.
Someone asked about suggestions. If you have suggestions for the mod in terms of textures, blocks, models, and stuff like that, you can post these in this form. You can also see like what has already been suggested. in the very bottom of it, so you don't double post unnecessarily. And you will also see whether or not it's accepted as a suggestion or not. Just follow that link. You can also find the link in the forum of the Conquest Reforged forums. There's a section for textures and blocks, block models, and there's also the suggestion form where you can post your suggestions in.
And lol, no sir, yes, the old worlds will be on the new server. However, they will not be updated like from now. So anything you build on the server currently will not be on the new server. However, a backup was made recently and converted over. So just keep that in mind that if you build on the server now, it will not be added to the new updated server. But yeah, we're right now looking through the nature of Ardacraft, just checking out all of this terrain. But a major note to really understand about all of this is this terrain was 100% made with World Painter, not with World Machine, not with other programs. This is all World Painter, which is absolutely, that seems to be my favorite thing to say. Phenomenal, absolutely incredible, but really, I don't know what else there is to say. I feel like, you know, the only words that I could say to express, you know, my amazement for all of this that we are seeing is like, you know, some Entish word that would take many, many years to say. You know, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that scene on Lord of the Rings, but yeah.
You definitely have to appreciate the dedication that is necessary to do this all by hand and not let the machine do it for you.
Exactly. And the size of this terrain, whew, amazing.
I think you've just gone past, well, on the stream anyway.
Yeah, one of those dwarf. I think it was Mine C.
It was Bizarre but the dam we have for their waterworks.
Oh, there's a dam over here?
Yeah, yeah, let me
check
just
it out.
I'll teleport you to it. Hang on.
Oh, I see it.
I
Okay.
think, yeah, here already. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so this is where they source all their water from. So this goes into the mine itself, and there's huge waterworks, yeah.
Very, very cool. I like that a lot. Yeah, this will be, Fornad said there won't be any issue with it, though. It will be, like, you know, whatever, but hopefully there won't be any issues in conjunction with that.
And if there is, you can still mute the section.
That's true. Hey there, Maichetti. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, just look at these mountains. Fornad, you were the pioneer in making this terrain, weren't you?
In what sense?
Like, you're the one that started making all of the Ardacraft terrain, correct?
Yeah, well, I actually started making this map before Ardacraft even existed. It was kind of just a passion project of mine, making it in World Painter. And then kind of Ardacraft almost resulted from that because I had this map already, kind of not ready-made, but a lot of it was already done. And so when we started the server, it was kind of a good base to start from, I guess. And it's just kind of expanded from that point onwards. I think you're in the Dwarven Mines now, which is something we didn't show in the main part of the video, but in the stream, sorry. But yeah, those are pretty cool too.
I'm trying to find that really deep, cavernous mine part. Is that in this mine where that is?
The one with like
with all the wheelbarrows at the bottom.
Yeah, it is. But I'll try and find it for you. We'll work together because this place is an absolute maze.
Maybe we can. Oh wait, we don't have
no
clip anymore. Maybe GM3.
No, we don't. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find it for you. Oh yeah, I'm here. Okay, I'll tell for you.
By the way, guys, the world height limit has not been raised on the Ardacraft server. This is all default height.
I love this part of the mine here. Just beautiful.
Yeah, the way we do it, following on from what Oncefish said, is that the kind of the level of the sea, the ocean. So I think in normal Minecraft, I think it's like 64. For us, it's 20. So it means that our terrain is much lower, and we can raise these mountains a lot higher than kind of the default worlds.
That's awesome, Mythical Sausage. I got just a little bit sushi left. Got some sushi 2 days ago. But just like I think we got 6. I got 6 left, so I'll have some of that tonight. But that's like really off topic, but still. Welcome, sir. Great to see you. I fiddle with World Painter, but it's just a bit too tedious for me currently. Yeah, I know, right there, Elysian. This is crazy, just the amount of work that's gone into the Ardacraft development for this map. Amazing.
Your shaders work pretty well actually in this mine, surprisingly. A lot of shaders tend to mess up underground, but yeah.
That's because most shaders don't have dynamic exposure, which Conquest of the Sun has, thanks to Trinity.
Oh, that's awesome.
Basically, for everyone who doesn't know what that means, dynamic exposure, basically, when you're in a dark area, it recognizes that you have, in this version, it recognizes you have a block above your head, and then according to that, it lights up the area around you. Accordingly, so the deeper you go, so the more blocks you have above your head, the brighter it gets. Bearable on the inside without having to make everything super bright. It's kind of what your eyes do in the dark, naturally.
Well, with that being said, I think we've pretty much touched on anything that we need to say. Is that correct?
I think so.
I mean, do we all feel like we've pretty much said our piece? We've presented the ConquestReforged mod appropriately?
Everyone had a chance to ask the question. I think we gave them plenty of time.
And also, if you guys have any more questions about the mod, you can ask them at any time on the ConquestReforged Discord. So you can go ahead and ask right here. I'm going to go ahead and post a link in chat. Also, you can go to my YouTube channel where you can watch videos. You can go to the... Wait, where's the command for the ConquestReforged website? One sec. Don't I have a command for that? Server. Oh, yeah. Here's the server that I built on, the ConquestReforged server. That goes straight to the website, so you can check that out. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Facebook, you got those opportunities there. And you got all these different commands in here. You have a launcher, everything else. Shaders, if you're interested in the shaders that I'm using, etc. There's a lot of different things that you can check out. Oh, I love this part. The forge.
It's forging halls, yeah. So this is where they turn the raw iron ore they take in these mines and they turn it into iron bars and eventually into steel. So there's loads of different sections to it, and I could explain it all, but it'd be very boring. But yeah, we have worked it all out.
Yeah, this is beautiful. I love it. Love it. Can't really see much in here with these shaders, but you can see the shadows. Wait, don't I have?
I think you could probably hold a torch in your hand. And
yeah, the shadow. Yeah, the torch makes it a little bit lighter. There we go. Little like automatic hammers for the animals.
Yeah, these are hammers for removing the impurities out of the iron. Yeah, I think.
But yeah. So I think that will conclude our stream for the day, guys. I may or may not be back later on. I'm going to lean towards that I will not be because we don't have the server. The server is going through a updating phase right now, so I'm not really feeling inspired to really do anything other than crying right now. So I'm not sure if we'll be back for single player or not, but I just want to say thank you to all of you, Fornad, Monsterfish, Roman, Wonderbread, DC, all of you guys, King Orc, even for joining the stream and for making this presentation possible and for being key members of the community and for making this just everything that we're seeing right now possible. But yeah, big shout out to each of them, guys. Go check them out on their Twitters and all that good stuff. In fact, if any of you guys want to post any links, now's the time to go do that. Let me see if anyone's streaming right now that I can go host. No, not really anyone. Just nope, no one to host. So,
missed my opportunity.
Oh, Monsterfish, post your website really quick so that they can go over and check that out.
Which one? The Conquest or the normal one?
Your website. I don't know.
Well, I have two.
I didn't know that.
Let's just
Your
I'm just gonna
website.
post
That's
both.
you post them both. How's that sound?
Yeah. That is my website for my communication design stuff, and here is the little website we have for specifically Conquest for everyone who wants to play on 1.11.2 survival. There's a resource pack for your, and maybe some more. There's also the Conquest of the Sun shader pack in the bottom, and there's custom world presets for everyone who's interested in building in better default terrain. If you don't have the, so to speak, patience to make a new world and World Painter to play on. And yeah, but more survival friendly as of right now, and it looks a little bit better, I'd say, than default.
But yeah, I think that's going to conclude our stream for the day, guys. I really appreciate you all watching and for being great viewers, for being patient, and for overall just, everything you guys do for, being a part of the community. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to the Conquest Reforged and Ardacraft teams for making this this stream possible. And
It was a pleasure.
I hope you all have a fantastic day or night wherever you are from. And I will see you on the next stream. Till then,
Take care, everybody.
bye.